they can get killed by staying inside your AoE that they put on you. But otherwise, it's not that. They will, like, they jump back a few feet, or they're about to pounce you. You can see when they're about to pounce like a cat would. And when you see a pounce coming, you need to block it, because that's their heavy attack. If they don't, they just knock you prone.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's not too hard to tank them. And we're just gonna pull everything to the bottom of the stairs. That way everyone can DPS them.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Alright, get these archers in. Yeah, they do a lot of pouncing. That's the annoying thing. But they're not too difficulty. But then there's gonna be a white one here soon. And DPS know that they always focus on Fate first. Alright, should be... there's a will.
Yes, sir.
Yep, that's the white tiger that does lightning. There's a brown one come to the right. I got the brown one if you just want to keep the... Yeah, the white one does the dot on you. So for this part, I usually just tank in the water. That way the DPS can keep the distance. Okay, that doesn't kill you. It'll kill anyone that gets in it with you.
What is the commotion? I'll have peace in our God's house. Oh, gosh have mercy. What have you done?
And then did you... It's up to you, I don't care. They're about the same. Do you want to try tanking the dragon or the ads?
We should be grateful to South
Let me try the dragon if you don't mind. It's
Yeah.
only one.
Yes. And the dragon isn't all too hard to tank. And then as far as the same thing, we're just gonna taunt everything and just kind of keep them to the ledge of the ice ledge there.
Okay.
And group them the best we can. Go ahead and taunt him and pull him over here. That way if DPS wanted to, they can jump on that ledge.
Now you will learn the way of John.
Alright, should be another round. Yep.
You cannot challenge the divine.
Alright, he does not want to move, apparently. I was gonna try to pull the fates together, but one did not want to move. Alright. And then there's a jury box up here. Make a loot.
And feel your courage freeze under the pitiless gaze of John.
And then there's another one over here on the rug. Alright. In this hallway, there's just one tiger and a couple archers. What I do is I take the tiger over in that far corner. Taunt him and pull him that way. Alright, and then for this pull, what I like to do is, you see that far broken wall by the pillar? You're gonna taunt the two lightning tigers, and I pull them all the way over there.
Okay.
Yep, over there underneath that, basically where we're shooting. That way they're kind of out of the way with the AoEs. And then we can get the fate and the builds done. Try and grab that dude. Oh, I grabbed him instead. Try and grab that will off you. Alright, I got the wills, just take the tigers. Yes.
Second one is not coming. There we go. There.
Alright. Now we kill the tiger. Alright, let me just switch this up then if you're gonna do this. There we go.
I am waiting.
Yeah, Bling, there is no ice mechanic on normal. Alright, so Metri, you're gonna be over here. See if I can layer. So, right there, kind of where you see the plants growing, in between that one bush. That's roughly where you're standing, how he's looking at that one bush right there.
Yep.
That's roughly where you want to stand. And then just keep a taunt on him. And the only thing you need to block is his breath attack. Where he does that breath cone attack. His bites don't hurt that much, you can still use the heavy hits and take a bite. It's that breath that long duration of that breath that usually will kill someone if they're not blocking.
Okay.
But that's the biggest thing, is blocking his breath is not a whole lot. Just make sure you don't slide too far to the left of him. Basically, you want to stay in between his, like, I call it the armpit, essentially. You want to stay in between the armpit. If you go too far over to the sides, he does a wing slap, and a wing slap is usually an insta-kill.
Okay.
And then when he flies up to the air, we're gonna both taunt the ice ones and slowly pull them into the lightning AoEs.
What folly.
So what I do is I'll range taunt them and walk through an AoE. That way they follow me into the AoE.
Okay.
The AoE doesn't hurt us, it'll damage them to make it easier to kill them.
Okay.
You're boring me, mortals.
Alright.
Alright, go ahead and try.
Okay.
Just, the biggest thing is keeping his head that way. That's all that really is. And the healers will send you synergies every so often. See, that's the breath attack. That's the only attack you need to really hold block for. Everything else you could take and use heavy hits to recover. Alright, here we're just gonna taunt all the ice. The ice are deadly to DPS. Alright. Let's have one more. That should be easy to kill. There we go. And then he's gonna do, I think, breath, block. Alright, take taunt.
But it won't save you.
Alright. Breath block.
You'll leave nothing but a crater and a stain. Gold Manos!
Alright, drive by. There's little shouts.
To stand shoulder to shoulder.
Alright, take taunt.
Here I am.
Against themselves.
Does this sound of thunder?
Block.
I'll shout you into dust! Gold Manos!
Alright, taunt.
Get out of my roost.
You have done it. Down with the dragon.
Merciful Alkash, how is that possible?
Because they are not gods, and we will no longer be their slaves.
Alright, and then in this pull there's only 2 fates really and 2 wills. Our biggest thing is getting the wills under control. So if you see a 2-hander, just taunt it. Okay, even if it goes between the 2 of us taunting it, I'd rather have that happen than go on our DPS. There's a chest back here. Behind the wall. There should be another one over here. Yeah. Ah, it's simple today. Go down this wall. There's a heavy sack by this broken wall. If you're on the back side, there's usually a chest. No chest this time. I think there's a chest over here. Yep. You know, I think I forgot about this chest last time. Oops. I missed a chest in Sunspire apparently last night. Oops. The heavy sack's right here by the broken shard. Oh yeah, Metri, here just basically 3 tigers. Just keep them under a taunt. And after like about one of them dies, I'm gonna go play Leroy and pull it a pull.
Okay.
Just keep them under taunt. It was like 3 of them. All the archers don't really matter, it's the tigers you wanna keep taunted. Naturally, go ahead and taunt 2, I'll just take 1 with me. Oh, you have all 3. Anyway. And I guess Fever's doing these faster. Stupid Templar. And these Furies, Metri, do like a multi-swipe claw. Just block them. They don't kill you, but they don't hurt. The multi-swipes. They're annoying. But it's the wills, the 2-handed with the multi-strike is usually the killer in most groups. And we can go ahead and freely loot around here. Ooh, Masters this time. They made up. And it's usually 2 sacks if I recall. usually inside walls in the corners. Simple. 3 symbols for the master. Grab these 2 sacks. There we go. Then down the stairs, there's 3 more sacks. And then there's a chest over here. Yeah, that chest here. Alright, jump down and get out of the oil before he kills you. Alright. And then, alright, so for this fight, Metri, he's gonna do similar mechanics like they all do, the breath attack and the bite. But one thing he does different is he will lay down a fire ring at your feet. The elite ring. Just sidestep out of it or backwards, stay out of it.
Okay.
There's no point being in it. Normally you can survive it if you have good resistance, but I just get out of it. There's no point taking the damage. On that ring will kill you.
Okay.
You'll suffer for disturbing.
The biggest thing is that the breath to that ring is the biggest thing you need to worry about.
Okay.
And then when he flies up, you're gonna want to go to the sides, the whole middle will turn to lava. Just make sure you make a run for one of these sides until the breath is over.
Okay.
Go ahead and pull him when you're ready. Share that AoE.
Burn them to cinders.
Oh shit. God damn it. I think I talked to them. Yes. So, if you're ever off tanking this, Metri, and do what I just did, just roll over to the tank side of the fight. That way, it doesn't turn to you with a group with a breath. So I tell the off tank if you just happen like muscle memory taunt them. You just gotta go to by the tank so the breath doesn't hit the group.
Time to stamp.
Even if you think you did it, but you didn't really do it, it's better to roll over to the tank just in case you did take the taunt. But like I poked him, but I don't think he took the taunt. But because I knew I poked him, I rolled over to you, just in case I did.
I'll blacken the sky with a smoldering
Because the breath will kill the group. Kill that flame, alright.
You're lucky, but that
Taunt.
won't last.
Yeah, that fire ring, sure that.
Rise from the ash, servants of flame.
I just have to remind myself not to hit R1. Until now.
Makes the flames burn hotter.
Alright, kill the flame. There we go. And this one entry, the flames always seem to die. And
I'll tear you
alright.
apart.
Share that AoE. And there you go.
Up this way. That greasy pit is no place for our savior.
Yeah, we can, since it's normal, we're not doing a score run, we're just gonna jump in and go swimming. Right here, you can sell or repair the merchant. Most people just repair the gear to top off. And then I'm not sure we're just gonna run through the door that we stood by in the middle. And the door will look closed, just run through it. So. Run through that first door, and then this second door is where we kind of want to wait until the group's ready. Oh, he's already started it. Okay. So, in this corner, here, my tree, and then in the other corner, wills and fates will pop up. Oh, I mean, not fates, wills. And I think a fury. Oh, there is a fate. Okay. I just taunt them all and run through this door if I can get through it. That way it pulls them all to the door. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't clear. So Metri, next time, you taunt them and roll backwards in the hallway where we came from.
Only fear and no pity.
I just had a door that wasn't clear.
Alkash wants us to become.
Yeah. But by doing that, eventually you'll pull them straight to the door because you're outside the hall and they're trying to follow you, but they can't get past that doorway.
To reclaim all that was and will be. To correct
For this fight, Metri, you're just gonna have to look at, hopefully, see how you do with the resistance. You could try the first time without switching. See how well you can stack up to it. So he does 3 phases here. It's the ads here. And then he's gonna do the dance, those shouts on the ground. Avoid them. And then there'll be some flames that pop up near the end. They'll be burned down. And then taunt him when he lands. And there's a few things that's going to happen on your side. One, he does the breath, as all of them do. He will do a head whack that turns to the side. That whacks the group. But I notice if you're not holding block, that head whack will also hit you when it comes across. So if you see his head go up to the side, just make sure you're holding block, because that head whack will also hit you. And then the one thing that we'll see on the first try, so you can survive it, is your screen would turn a different color, and you'll see that you get these saying on above your screen that's saying you've been marked for death. And all that means is your armor has been shattered. But if you can do a damage shield and heal yourself, you can usually just live through it. But we'll see if you can on the first try. But most tanks should be able to. Alright, and then on these ad pulls, we're just gonna taunt. The biggest thing is to take the fairies and the wills and take them all the way to the fate. The fate doesn't move, he always spawns there. So our job is just taunt the ruins, the fairies, and the wills that pop up, and pull them to the fate. And for these ad pull Metri, if we're going back and forth taunting the same one, I'd rather that happen than they lose taunt on us. Are we ready? Go ahead and start taunting them. Oh, the fate did move this time. Alright, here comes the shouts. He's gonna land here soon. Alright.
You'll run. Look as insignificant from down here as you did up
Alright, burn the phase. If you get meteor, take the other group.
there. Swords on. Swords on.
Very nice.
What an ugly thing. How could this one not see it for what it